All right, so today is our last class session for the semester, technically. Tomorrow is the last day, so I am accepting assignments still. And then on Thursday will be our first day of our new semester. It's kind of awkward because it's happening in the middle of the week, kind of technically in the second semester. But with COVID, we're used to things being kind of strange. My biggest heads up is that your grade will reset for the second semester to a fresh start. So our first assignments that are going to be coming in on Thursday will actually be your first grade for the semester, okay? Which is a good thing, okay? This is a great opportunity for you all to kind of hit the reset button, start fresh, start new, and hit the semester running, okay? The big change that's coming Thursday, I'm going to go over to our class here. Our big change that's coming Thursday is that we are going to be on the AB schedule. So I will have the B students in the building on Thursday. We'll continue to run the same way we've been doing it, where you log, if you're at home, you're logging into the Google Meet, and we're treating it just like we're having class regularly. Okay, so we've done this once before, so there's nothing kind of crazy and new. The only big weird change is that 5th/6th period will go back to starting at 11:30. Okay, that obviously doesn't impact this class, but after this class, obviously you'll go straight to your class. We won't be having the 11:30 to 12 lunch. So that's the only big change that you'll notice. Okay. Any questions about ending the semester and then coming back, A-B schedule? Any questions right now? Anything popping up? You can type them into the Google chat, or you can just say them. Anybody have anything? Ms. Stockdale, are you trying to say something? It looked like you were speaking, but I couldn't hear you. Maybe I'm muted. I'm muted. I'm sorry.
School Monday.
Sorry, I was muted.
Did you hear me?
No, will you say that again?
Yes. I said, did we mention that there is no school on Monday? It's a holiday.
No, I didn't say that. Thank you. Thank you. So Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So there is no class on Monday. So the A students, I will see you on Monday. Okay?
No, on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Sorry.
And on Tuesday, we're going to have, I believe, we're going to go through all 8 of your classes. So that won't affect this class, but we're going to try to go through all of our classes that day since you're not going to have class on Monday. So everybody will see 1st through 8th periods on Tuesday.
Yeah. So, and we'll talk more about that on Thursday and Friday. But yes, no school on Monday. A students, we will see you on Tuesday. Okay. So, Skylar, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Excellent. Any other questions? Pause for a second here.
Let me see. So if we have a failing class, would that go on with us, or would that be reset?
All right. So Leonard's asking if you have a failing grade, how does that work? Okay. So it kind of depends on the class, but I think basically every class will work in this fashion. First semester will lock in, and I've said this kind of for weeks now. I started saying this 3 weeks ago, or at the beginning of the semester even. But I'll repeat it. The first semester, whatever grade you have on Wednesday, will lock in for the semester. Okay. Let's say if it is a failing grade, you have a 55%. Okay. Under 60 is a failing grade. So if you have a 55%, it will lock in at 55%. And will count for essentially half your grade, okay? It depends on if we do finals this year, which we aren't sure if that's happening. If there was finals, it'll be 40% of your grade. But essentially, it'll be half of your grade. So the next semester, that will be the other half of your grade. So if you just look at the semester, and that's why I'm saying you'll be able to reset, is that half of the semester will kind of start over. Okay. And if the first assignment you turn in on Thursday is you get an 85 on that assignment, then your grade for the class is a B for that semester. Now, the first semester doesn't change until the end of the year, and you average both semesters together, okay? The good part of that is if you did fail the first semester or you don't have a grade that you wanted first semester, then you can look at second semester and say, I can really turn this around. I can do a good job and bring that grade up, okay? And it's kind of an opportunity to hit the reset button and restart, okay? Does that make sense? Any other questions? Okay.
So when we get back to school, when is lunch?
Okay, it'll depend on what your 5th/6th period class is. So it depends on your class time. Like my class, my 5th/6th period class went to lunch the second lunch period, which was at like basically the end of the class. So we didn't go to lunch until like 12:15 or 12. I can't remember what it was, but it'll depend on the class what time you go to lunch. Amaya,
Okay, thank you.
Yes, no problem. Amaya, you had a question.
How many semesters do we have?
So we have 2 semesters. Yeah, we have 2 semesters. So you have that first semester that we just finished, and now we're halfway through the school year with this second semester. So technically, we're halfway through. Hold on, I need to open the door for somebody. Hold on. Yeah, so there's 2 semesters. So technically right now we're halfway through the year, just about. Okay? Hold on. Yeah, you have enough time. Go. Leave that door open. Okay, so any other questions? Sorry, these are good questions. Can you still go full online? I think that I know that you had an opportunity to do that, but I think you had to have let Miss Benjamin know. I mean, we're starting in 2 days. I don't know if that ship has sailed completely. Miss Stockdale, do you remember an email going out on a deadline for that? I don't know what the deadline was.
I don't recall. Sorry.
I'm gonna guess that it's real close. Samuel, what my suggestion would be, if you're still even interested in that, would be to have your parents reach out to Miss Benjamin. But I think that that's going to be tough to do right now because we only have like 2 days until that new semester starts. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah. So Deegan, technically, if you go full virtual, you will not be an OIA student anymore. You won't have classes. Like I would not be your virtual teacher. That's what that meant. Yeah. So you are no longer a student with us if you go virtual. Because I don't teach the virtual classes. I teach distance learning, but I don't teach the full virtual classes. Any other questions? Okay, so let's look at what we're doing today. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, so I got a lot of positive feedback yesterday with that kind of giving you the student choice on how you wanted to read and look at Romeo and Juliet. So we're going to continue doing that with Act 4, looking at having the choice of reading along with me or doing the graphic novel. And then watching the movie scenes and kind of tying all that together. It seemed like a lot of people really enjoyed that. So the first thing you need to do, and I made an announcement yesterday and said this, that if you did not finish the hero or villain newspaper article for Act 3, you can do that. You can finish that before we move on to Act 4. And that's actually okay because Act 4 is a little shorter. Like my reading video yesterday was over 30 minutes, and this reading video today, I don't know exactly how long it is, but I know it's well under 30 minutes. So you have more time today to be able to make sure you're finished with all of this before we move on to Wednesday and Thursday. And obviously Wednesday is a kind of a work day, so if you don't get done, I expect that you, by the time we come back on Thursday, you're all caught up with this. So you're going to finish reading the hero or villain, or I'm sorry, you're going to finish writing the hero or villain newspaper article, Act 3, Romeo and Juliet. If you click on this link, it'll take you to that assignment. We'll look at this really quickly just to remind you what this was. So it says, with Act 3, you will create a newspaper article that discusses the events of Act 3. And essentially, you're going to pick a side that favors either the Montague, so you're going to favor Romeo, or the side that favors Capulet, which would be Tybalt's side, in order to create a one-sided, biased, misleading information news article. So you're going to really try to like paint Romeo as either a villain or as a hero, okay? And you're going to use language that paints one character as a villain or bully and the other as a hero gone too soon. So is Romeo a hero or villain for killing Tybalt, okay? Now, I also said use the blank template provided, so you just open that up, use a blank template. And then your article should be 2 paragraphs with a title at the top, and your title should be very clear, Romeo or villain Romeo, or Romeo is a hero or something like that. Be very clear. And then the first paragraph should explain what happened in Act 3. So this is just kind of a retelling of what happened. And then the second paragraph is your stance on why Romeo is a hero or villain, okay? And you're just going to say he's a hero because he, defended his friend's life, Mercutio, by killing Tybalt, or he's a villain because he killed Tybalt, and Tybalt was just fighting Mercutio and defending himself, and Romeo's a villain for doing and lying and doing all these things. So it's up to you which way you want to have that done. All right, Shelby, log in your class. Any questions on this assignment? Okay. All right. Then when you're finished with this, you're going to go over to go back and hit the other meet button. When you're finished with that, you're going to go to number 2 and read/watch Act 4. Okay. Hold on, I got to get my daughter into class. Give me just. All right. Sorry about that. So on your second option, just like yesterday, you're going to choose 2 of the following options. So you're either going to choose read Romeo and Juliet with Mr. Richard, and there's the video right there, or you can read the graphic novel on your own. And again, we have the character list right here, so you can make sure you know which characters are speaking. And then we have our link to the graphic novel. And remember, you want to kind of do that dual screen where you're looking at the character list on one side and the Act 4 graphic novel on the other. And then after you're done choosing one of those 2, you're going to choose number 3 as well. Watch the play through the movie scene. So 1968 movie Act 4, scenes 1 and 2. Okay, and that's only about an 8-minute clip. So all this added together is much shorter than yesterday. So you're going to pick either reading with me or the graphic novel, and then you're going to watch the movie scene. Okay, once you're done, sorry. All right, so once you're finished with the reading, you're going to go and update your character analysis assignment, okay? And that was this assignment right here where we were looking at the quotes or the descriptions from the characters for each act, and then you're finding one quote for each of the characters. Now, on yours, whenever you opened up, we had listed from last year 3 quotes, and we were kind of doing this in groups, so like groups could help each other and get a bunch of quotes together and things like that. So I'm changing it because I'm realizing finding 3 quotes for each character for each act is quite a bit. So we're just looking for one quote, and it shouldn't be quotes anymore. It should just be quote in here. So looking for one quote. So each character. So in Act 3, and I have listed in Echo who I want you to do a kind of analysis for. So we're going to do Romeo and Juliet for both acts. And then in Act 3, you're going to do Mercutio and Tybalt. And obviously you're doing Mercutio and Tybalt because they have that big fight at the beginning of Act 3. Okay, and you're going to talk about kind of what happens to them and then get some quotes from them. And you can get a quote from both the graphic novel or from the actual reading. So either one is fine, okay? Both of those will work just fine. So let's put those in here so I can show you what that looks like. So you do Romeo, Juliet, Crucio, and Tybalt. Okay, and then in Act 4, you're doing Romeo, Juliet, and Friar Lawrence. Okay? So make sure that you are updating the Act 3 and Act 4, and then tomorrow or Thursday, we will be finishing Act 5, finishing our character analysis assignment, and finishing up the play. So, and then on Friday, we will have a quiz over Acts 3, 4, and 5. So as long as you are following along, either reading with me or reading the graphic novel, and you know what's going on in the play, you shouldn't have any issues with that final quiz on Act 3, 4, and 5. Okay, just kind of giving you a heads up today to be prepared for that on Friday. Okay. All right. Any questions about what we're going to be doing today? If there aren't, but go ahead and ask if you have any. I'm going to do the attendance.
When you get done, can you go back to the character analysis for the Act 4?
Yes. And these are on the agenda as well. But yeah, Act 4 would be Romeo, Juliet, and Friar Lawrence. And again, yeah, these are on the agenda, but yep, you're welcome to look at these here. Let me see.
See, look, I pressed it on it. It doesn't really work anymore.
Yeah, I'll get you in a second. Let me get use this for now. All right, and if there aren't any questions, I'm going to go ahead and send out the attendance here. Sorry, my daughter is needing help today, as y'all have seen throughout this class. There is the attendance. And you all are welcome to go and work if you don't have any questions. If you have questions, I'll be in the Google Meet or on GoGuardian. Thanks.